Hey guys, it's me. It's Queen Osset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you have time, please give this video a thumbs up, pass it on to somebody else who might like it too, and leave us a positive comment in the comment section. Only positive comments will be approved. The rest will be deleted immediately. All right, guys, I wanted to talk to you guys about something that was asked of me in the comment section. A young lady said to me, will an Aquarius who is in love lust over other people? And I was like, okay, so first of all, let's talk about this concept of lust, because there's levels to this. Okay, an Aquarius who is in love and is very high vibrational, and when I say in love, I mean they're committed to their relationship. They're done messing around. They're done with side joints and extra peoples and all kinds of stuff. They decided that they wanted to commit to a monogamous relationship, and they're truly in love with the other person. So an Aquarius in that stage generally does not cheat. They usually don't lust over other people. We're usually so stuck up the person's behind that we're into. I mean, an Aquarius in love is totally different than an Aquarius not in love. An Aquarius who's not in love is very indifferent. Especially in the beginning, while they're still melting, we're very indifferent. But an Aquarius who's in love is a very different animal, especially when it's a positive relationship, when it's a functional relationship. That Aquarius is going to be smitten. Many of us, anyway, are going to be totally smitten and so into that person. The one time that I was in love, I didn't even want anybody else. Now, does that mean that lusting will not occur? I think that they won't cheat. We won't cheat. But lust on certain levels, I think, is always apparent. I think that people get it twisted when they think that just because you're in a relationship, you're not going to see somebody you think is attractive. It is very common to see a woman or a guy or whoever the case is and think they're attractive. There's nothing wrong with that. I used to be in a relationship with this Taurus, right? And this Taurus was crazy as hell, man. And she did not want me. She forbade me. And I went along with it because I ain't want no smoke. I ain't want no drama, you know what I mean? So I went along with it. But she forbade me to go in Rite Aid. Because there's a woman in Rite Aid who I thought had beautiful hair. Okay? The whole thing. I didn't say, she had nice breasts. I didn't say I wanted to sleep with her. All I said was she had nice hair. We were in Rite Aid buying something, and when we got to the front counter, this woman, she's a Puerto Rican woman, and she had this beautiful, I think it was a perm, because it was like these deep waves. It could have been her own hair, I'm not sure. And it had like streaks of blonde in it. And it was gorgeous. And I was like, oh my God, I love your hair. And I turned to the Taurus, who's also Puerto Rican, and I said, you should do your hair like that. That's really cool. And she said something like, she responded in some kind of way. And we left and put our stuff in the car. When we got to the car, she was like, oh, you want her? And I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I just liked her hair. I didn't even notice how she looked. All I noticed was her hair. So my thing is that if you are out with your significant other, it is not unusual for them to find somebody to be attractive. When I was in a relationship with a female Aquarius, she and I used to talk about people. We would be like, oh, that one's cute. Oh, that one's cute. Oh, look at her breasts. Look at her face. We would talk about people all the time that we thought were attractive. But neither one of us was lusting to the point where we would have an affair or bring her home or something like that. It was never to that point. So my thing is, when you ask the question, will an Aquarius lust? I think everybody to a certain extent sees people, if they're in a relationship or not, that they think are attractive. People have crushes on celebrities and all kinds of stuff, but it doesn't mean the person is going to cheat on you. Now, if the person is lusting, oh, I would do this to her, and really taking it to a level of being inappropriate, then I would say, I would question if the Aquarius is really in love. If the Aquarius is really taking it to that level of really wanting to sleep with another person, I would definitely question whether they're in love. And I would question if they're a person who was monogamous. Maybe the Aquarius is not monogamous. Maybe they're polyamorous, because I've met a lot of poly Aquarius. And in those cases, they do have more than one relationship going on at a time. So I would definitely question those things. But me as an Aquarius, I don't have eyes for anybody else when I'm truly in love with somebody or just truly into somebody. I don't have eyes for anybody else. Now, somebody might walk by, they may be attractive, I may notice it, I may speak on it, but I'm not going to be lusting, running behind people, online, looking, having, cyber sex. I'm not going to do any of those kind of things because I'm in love or into this person. And so as an Aquarius, unless I'm poly, which is a whole different situation, that could occur, because I do know people who are poly and they tell me that they're in love with more than one person, and obviously they were with one first and then they got with the other one, so they must have been lusting over another person at some point in time. I think that's a whole different animal. But if you're in a monogamous relationship, generally an Aquarius might see somebody that's attractive, they might say something, but it should never be disrespectful and it should never be over the top. If they're like, oh my God, look at her, look at him, if they're all like that, then I really question if that Aquarius is in love, to be honest with you, because that's not usually what we'll do. We usually are so into the person that we're into. Even if it's been a long time, we're usually so into that person that we're not really interested. If we really meet somebody and we really connect with them, do you know what it takes for us to meet somebody who's really compatible and we connect with and we're in love with? And then you think we're just going to go lusting after the mailman? That is not going to occur. If we see somebody that's attractive, we might speak on it, but that person that we're with, that's the one that has our passion. That's the one that we want to be with. That's the one that we're hot for. And like I said, in the case of the Taurus and the girl in Rite Aid, I wasn't paying that girl no mind. I had no eyes for anybody but the Taurus. But the Taurus didn't realize that because she didn't feel that way about herself. So to her, I could be doing God knows what, But the truth is that I was very into her, and I just thought that the Rite Aid girl had nice hair. That's it. So ask yourself, the young lady that asked me this question, ask yourself two things. Number one, is your Aquarius really in love? And the way to understand that is to really soul search with yourself, because if you've been with this Aquarius any amount of time and they told you they're in love, they should be demonstrating it. It should be coming out in their behavior and their actions. And if the Aquarius is truly in love, then if he or she is lusting over somebody else, then the next question becomes, is your Aquarius really monogamous? Or is your Aquarius poly, but living a monogamous lifestyle because that's what you want? See, all these kind of questions come up when you say something like that, you see? So I would ask myself those questions, and I would try to soul search and see what was the real answers. And also, when dealing with the Aquarius, I wouldn't accuse the Aquarius of too many things. We don't like being accused of stuff that we're not doing. I don't really think anybody likes that. But with us, it really causes us to shut down. An Aquarius who keeps getting accused of something will eventually shut down, especially if they're not doing anything. So look at that situation as well. What is really going on here? I feel like this situation has a lot more underneath the surface than this question really can answer. Okay? All right, guys. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Leave us a positive comment in the comment section. And if you would like to get a reading done, please email me. I will be more than happy to give you an appointment for a reading. All right, guys, time for me to go. So come back soon because I have a lot more to say. See you later.